So this is how you enter Bulguksa, on top of the staircases. Originally, as you can see, the big pillars and foundations, and they are raised on the large pedestals. This area was submerged by water. It's hard to imagine, but it is a man-made pond originally, so that a boat can pass by these stone arches, and then boat can approach the staircase, so that they put the rope around this, sturdy pillar, and then royal family probably was able to walk up the staircases. So it's quite unique, right? The water is all around. And the reason they put the water is this is Western paradise. They wanted to visualize the idea of Western paradise. That is sort of a Buddhist Arcadia or Buddhist paradise, where Amida Buddha is presiding. So there are two towers. So the simple three-story pagoda is called the Seokgatap. It means Shakyamuni pagoda. And then the one looks very ornate is called Many Treasure Pagoda or Tabotap. So both of them are pretty large, 27 and 34 feet. And these are based on the stories of Lotus Sutra. Lotus Sutra also describes how Western paradise looks like. The Western paradise. So in a way, Kim Dae-sung created this paradise described in Buddhist scriptures in actual form. So this one is a Seokgatap, and then the one really elaborate this you see here. This is a Tabotap. So Tabotap, if you see, as if it's composed of many pieces of wooden parts, as if this is wooden pillars, you are going to see ornate railings and stacking of towers. So people assume that they look like stalks of bamboo or wooden structure. But when you assemble these towers, you don't use any mortar or cement type of adhesive. You cut them in precise measures, and then you just stack them together. So carved stones are held together without mortar, and this is a remarkable technique. And currently, the Tabotap is used for 10 won coin. It's more like a it's not even dime. It's cheaper than dime. More like a nickel kind of coin. And then, if you walk up the mountain, if you go outside the Bulguksa, and then you have a path. And if you walk up all the way to Mount Toham, you are going to encounter this structure. And that is Seokguram on top of Mount Toham. And they were built together as an ensemble or as a pair. And the reason we are not going to show you the main statue of Bulguksa is it's right here, but the main statue of Bulguksa was destroyed during the Mongol invasion of Goryeo dynasty. So the current one that you see inside are replicas from the Joseon dynasty. But originally it could have looked like this, the same style of the statue as Seokguram. So once you go up to the Seokguram area, there is a large stone cave inside, and there you are going to see this type of ensemble. So this is a photograph from 1920s when there was no front house, these are not part of the original structure. They rebuilt it. They rebuilt it in Joseon Dynasty and also in the 20th century. But during the Japanese period, colonial period, when you briefly there was a time that they demolished the front house. Then you have this type of structure. Main Buddha is seated all the way inside in a round chamber. And then you have celestial guardians, and there are more statues on either wall and also surrounding him. And currently, because you have the front antechamber, you can have the roofed area. And this is the rectangular front room before you enter to the main area. But Sakuram is not for many people to visit it. It's only for priests and perhaps royal family or dignified visitors. So the main statue of Sakuram is Buddha, or it is Shakyamuni. This is the moment when he just realized the principle of the universe, and he seated firmly, and then one foot over the folded legs, and the other arm is touching the earth. And this is like earth is my witness hand gesture. And then there is this part, a little bit protruding part of it, and that is called Ushinisha, protuberance on top of his head. So it's not his hair knot, this is more like his hair skull slightly protruding. And then you have this dot, or round area in the middle of the forehead, that is called Urna. Originally there was an auspicious white hair coming out. That is another symbol of a great mind. Hair, small white hair coming out. And then mudra is referred to hand gesture. So Shakyamuni or any other Buddhist statues, they usually have a special hand gesture. So this one is called touching the earth, or the earth is my witness hand gesture. And it represents the realization or the enlightenment of Buddha as a great teacher. So that's his images. And then, so why did unified Silla people construct this stone chamber? There was inspiration, and that inspiration is from India. So if you go to India, there is a natural rock cliff. So it's a totally rock and very hard. And one of the temple that you are looking here is, for example, this type of hole. It's a horseshoe shaped temple, but this one is rock cut cave. Did anybody take Indian art before? Can anybody explain what rock cut cave temple is? Yes?
It's basically
I cannot see you. Yes.
They carved into the mountain to create the temple.
Exactly. So if you imagine how laborious the process is, it sounds like an impossible task. So how do they create? There are some theories. Usually they start from the top, from the ceiling, and then so originally the cave is here, but you carved out of it so that you create this sort of a hallway, and you are going to carve around the pillars, and then you are going to imitate the ceiling as if it's made of wood timber. So they transferred wooden structure in the plain land inside rock cut cave.